Hello, I hope you're having a great day today. Let me welcome you in this video where I present to you our sourcing calendar template to better organize your sourcing goals and updates, and essentially teach you the sourcing process and everything that's involved in it. As much as possible, we like to make your job as a procurement professional easier. So we made this template and this course to guide you in navigating and, of course, in keeping track of your sourcing processes and ultimately make them organized and put together. But before anything else, let me first introduce myself. My name is Sterre Maria, Head of Product at Procurement Tactics. I work closely together with the founders of Procurement Tactics, Marijn Overvest and Ralf de Groot. Our team has over 20 years of experience in procurement and negotiations, and we train procurement teams from small and large companies from all over the world. Understanding the procurement process is essential for any procurement manager, whether you're already familiar with it or looking to enhance your knowledge. You've come to the right place. To give you an overview, this article will discuss the following: sourcing strategy, market research, request for information, the RFI, request for quotation, RFQ, negotiation phase, contracting phase, and the supplier relationship management. Having a simple yet efficient procurement process will not just save you time and effort, but resources as well. The time saved can be spent on other important tasks, such as sourcing for other suppliers, canvassing for other solutions, and others. The 7 procurement process steps are explained in more detail in the following video. But for now, we will skip this, and we're going to dive straight into the template. But make sure that you watch the video afterwards to find out more about the 7 crucial steps in the procurement process. Now that you have the gist of what the sourcing process is, let's dive into knowing and accurately navigating through our sourcing calendar template. This sourcing calendar template will help you keep track of and manage updates regarding your sourcing process. Remember, this is the first step of the entire procurement process. What you'll see in the template at first glance is the tracking calendar of the products, goods and services you need in your sourcing process. You also see that you need to specify who is in charge of the sourcing project, so you'll know who to either thank or sack due to failed sourcing plans. You will need to document everything that is involved in the entire sourcing process, by which you can also eventually determine where you went wrong and what went well. In the project details section, specify and number the products, goods and services you need. Put in the names of the people responsible for sourcing out such supplies and indicate their sourcing methods. Doing that will show you exactly how they played in the negotiations. Next, you should also indicate the quantity of the product and the costs of goods sold, the invoice value. Besides the financial section is the supply chain, which includes delivery information and other logistical requirements. By doing this, you get to see and evaluate your supplier's delivery capabilities in different locations. Make sure to indicate other remarks if necessary. In the status block, don't forget to specify which products need your utmost attention and be updated on whether they are already in progress, on hold, not yet started, or even finished. We made this drop-down option so you wouldn't have to put it all manually in order to save time. Now, here comes the fun part. Keeping a record of the sourcing project throughout the year using weekly updates. Like the status, we kept a drop-down setting for you to choose which of the 7 important sourcing steps have already been done during the corresponding week. First, we have the RFI, which is a request for information. This happens at the very beginning of the sourcing process. You ask for information on the products they offer and take a glimpse on how they did previous work for other companies, generally a primary introduction to your suppliers and the products they offer. Next, we have the BSM, which stands for Buyers Meeting. This would entail you meeting up with potential suppliers to discuss what you need and see what more they can offer for you. Although it would seem like it's no different than requesting information, what is different is the fact that you have already engaged in conversation with your potential supplier. The ST, or sampling testing, comes right after. You don't immediately request bulk orders. So during this stage, you test their products, goods or services. Doing this will let you experience and see for yourself what kind of supplies they can bring to your table. Indicate ST when a sample testing is done during that specific week. When everything is to your taste and standards, you get an RFQ, a request for quotation. Look at the offer and how much they cost. Make sure to compare those prices to what you estimate them to be before requesting the RFQ. If necessary, and if you can, get your negotiation tactics ready, because you'll be needing them for the next step. After that, we have the FSS, which means the final supplier selection, which is very self-explanatory. This is where you negotiate terms, conditions and deals, and finally choose the best supplier with the best offer. As I said earlier, don't settle for less. Strategize for ways you can get the best deals for your company. Lastly, let's draw up the contracts. CC is contract confirmation and CR stands for the contract renewal date. The former means when you finally sign a contract with your supplier and vice versa. In addition, when needed and when both parties are happy with the agreement, let's say after a year when the contract ends, you review and renew the contract. Let me share with you why it's important to use a sourcing calendar. As discussed, the sourcing calendar outlines the entire process. It's like a GPS that helps you plan ahead and acts like a trusty roadmap for your procurement activities. Having one can also help you make data-driven decisions regarding contract renewals with your suppliers or finding new ones to improve sales. The sourcing calendar also acts as a central hub for your procurement team. It keeps everyone on the same page regarding timelines, milestones, and deadlines. There's absolutely no room for missed meetings and miscommunication in this process. Moreover, it enhances a strong collaboration between everyone crucially involved in procurement. How? It enables your team to align their efforts and resources according to a well-defined schedule. Lastly, with the sourcing calendar, you can enhance your relationship with your supplier for better innovation. It promotes scheduling, regular supplier evaluations, negotiations, and interactions that will strengthen partnership over time. And we're already done with everything. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I hope that I explained everything well and that you could understand every segment of this course to be able to source more efficiently. It's been great, and I hope you loved learning from me as much as I love teaching you.